Now let's look at adding a image rotator to your class site. So again, an image rotator is a web part that will show almost like a rotating slideshow of images that you have saved. So the first step will be to go to Documents. So now once you're in your document libraries here, you're going to create a new document library, and you can call it Image Rotator. And this is where we keep the images for the rotator. So this is where you will store the images. And you don't want this to be displayed on your quick launch. Students or visitors don't need to see this site. And then we're going to create. So here we are in our Image Rotator folder, and here we can add our photos. So we can upload. So now you can find photos that you want to have. I already have some here that I'll just take, so we'll select these and we'll click OK and we'll upload them into that folder. So now we can see here we have these 5 pictures in our Image Rotator folder. So now we can go back to our home, and now we can add the web part. So we're going to go to Site Actions, we're going to edit the page, we're going to add a web part, then we're going to scroll down to Miscellaneous, and choose the QuizCom Image Rotator. Check the box and add. And now you see here we have our Image Rotator web part, but it doesn't have anywhere to point to. So we're going to edit and modify the web part. And now here's where it's looking. Folder name. Now because we called our folder Image Rotator, that's where the Image Rotator is looking. If you wanted to change it, you could change it by clicking here and finding the different folders that you have. So at a later date you could add folders within your Image Rotator folder and they would show up in here. Next here is the transition effect, so the effect of how does one picture change into another. In the drop down menu you have all of these different options. Here you have the delay between one picture to the next. Here you can set the size of the image within your web part. I recommend 400 by 400. And then if we go down here under Appearance, and you're going to want to change the size of your web part itself so that it's slightly larger than the photo. So we'll say 450 by 450, and then you can apply and hit OK. And now you can see you have your Image Rotator here. It's going through your images. If you're happy with that, we'll hit Exit Edit Mode, and we now have our Image Rotator as part of the website.